No one knows how much time had passed before Emily slowly opened her eyes. When she came to, she found herself inside a dark, underground maze. The walls were made of packed earth, damp and cold. Dim lights flickered on and off, casting eerie shadows all around. The only clue by her side was a strange puzzle cube shaped like a labyrinth. She was starving, dehydrated, and terrified, but her instinct to survive pushed her to start solving the puzzles on the cube. Not long after, she cracked the first challenge. With a sharp click, the door lock released. Emily gathered her courage and pushed the door open, and there, on the floor, was a takeout bag. Inside was a fresh hamburger. She devoured it like a starving animal. Then, after solving the second puzzle, she was rewarded with a clean bed. It was only then that Emily realized the cruel truth. She had been dragged into a twisted survival game. Solve the puzzles, and the faceless kidnapper would provide the bare necessities to keep her alive. But as time went on, the puzzles grew harder. And in the maze, hunger wasn't the worst enemy. Thirst was. Emily searched desperately, only to find a filthy toilet. Her survival instincts forced her to choke back her disgust and drink from it. Completely broken, she hurled the cube across the room. But moments later, regret overwhelmed her. That cube was her only lifeline. She scrambled to pick it up again, sobbing, begging the unseen captor for mercy. And as if in response, a small bottle of clean water appeared before her. This grim cycle continued for what felt like an eternity, until one day, Emily heard faint crying in the distance. She followed the sound and discovered a locked door. On it was a scrap of paper with a code. She dialed in the numbers, and the lock clicked open. Inside was a girl about her age, her hands tightly hidden behind her back. Emily was about to comfort her, but then the girl whispered something that made Emily's blood run cold. In an instant, she lunged forward, brandishing a knife. Panicked, Emily slammed the door shut just in time. From then on, no matter how the girl inside screamed, begged, or cursed, Emily never opened it again. Only when the stench of decay seeped through the cracks did she realize that round of the game was finally over. Time blurred. Days, weeks, maybe even years slipped away. Until one night, Emily felt something moving under her blanket. She pulled it back and found a small cat. From that moment, the cat became her only source of comfort. But after that, her memory became fragmented, like entire chapters had been erased. The next thing she knew, she was lying in a hospital bed. Beside her sat a kind-looking man, speaking softly. "You're safe now." Emily stared coldly at the mirror across the room, unable to process it. Finally, the man introduced himself. "My name is Dr. Green. I'm a psychologist. Your name is Emily. You've been missing for 15 years. Just yesterday, you were finally rescued." He explained that during all those years in captivity, she had been forced to take heavy doses of psychiatric drugs. His job now was to help her piece together her memories so the police could catch the kidnapper. Emily still didn't want to believe him until he handed her a photograph. In it was a younger version of herself. Tears welled up. She realized she truly had escaped the nightmare. Encouraged by Dr. Green, she began slowly recounting the fragments of memory in her mind. He listened in silence until Emily mentioned the cat. At that moment, Dr. Green abruptly interrupted her. Emily grew angry, but he carefully suggested, "Emily, unbutton your shirt. Look at your stomach." Then, respectfully, he turned his head away. Confused, Emily did as he said, and there it was, a long, unmistakable C-section scar. Her entire memory came crashing back. The truth was undeniable. What she had kept under the blanket was never a cat. It was a child.